is Jennifer with the Pampered Chef, and welcome to my online freezer meal workshop. Okay, so once you print off your shopping list, you're going to go to the grocery store and pick up everything that you need to prepare your meal, and bring everything back. Make sure that you pull out all of your baggies, and you've got all your spices that you've already opened up, and you're going to get ready to prepare your first meal. Okay, when you have gone to the store with your shopping list and you come back home, there is a list of instructions here that you're going to do with your meat that you've come home. They don't want you, when you come to a freezer meal workshop, to bring your meat and prepare your meat at the freezer meal workshop. That way we can prevent the knives and everything from being on raw meat and then touching your vegetables and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that would be gross. So there's a list of things that you're supposed to do before you get to the workshop. So if you're doing this at home by yourself, when you get home from the grocery store, do this first. It will help you make every menu, all the menus after this go much faster. So it says things like taking your sirloin and cutting it into strips, taking your chicken, cutting them into bite-sized pieces, but it lists step-by-step instructions on what you need to do. So do that first. Hi everybody, this is my husband Daniel, and he is volunteered to prepare my meat for me because I'm not a big fan of cutting meat, am I, darling?
No.
Okay, so when you get home and you have purchased all your groceries and you're going to prep your meat ahead of time, when you get your sirloin steaks, you are supposed to cut them in half lengthwise and then cut them in 1/4-inch strips. And as you can see, he's cutting them in pretty thin strips. The key is to have your strips all be basically the same size so that they're all going to cook at the same time. Okay, as you can see, he has all the steak cut up. And again, we divide our recipes into 2 meals. And so we have put half the steak in one bag, and he is putting the rest of the steak in the second bag. Try to help him here. But I've labeled it beef and broccoli so that when I do the actual prep for the workshop, then I'll know what that meat is for. All done. Okay, so the next meat to prep before you do your workshop is the pork tenderloin. It says to get about 2 pounds, and each one of these tenderloins is about 1 pound. And all I'm going to do is cut off the excess fat and the silver skin, and I'm going to put each tenderloin in a gallon-sized bag of its own because I'm dividing the recipe in half for my family. If you have a big family, just put both of them in one bag and you're good to go. Okay, so our next meat that we're going to prep before the freezer meal workshop is our chicken. And it says to get 2 pounds of chicken tenders and 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. But I bought my chicken on sale. They had the big, huge chicken breast on sale, so I bought a whole bunch of that, and that's what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to make my own tenders and make my own bite-sized pieces. And the first thing that I'm going to use is our close and cut. And this is really, really cool to cut your chicken breast. So when you buy them in these big bulk packages, they're just huge. So even if you were going to try to grill this, it's just too big. So squeeze it onto your close and cut, close it down, take your knife, cut all the way through. And you now have 2 thin chicken breasts that are much more usable. And we're just going to cut them into tenderloin pieces. So I'm just going to cut strips kind of about that size. And I'm going to do 2 pounds of tenderloins just like this.